Alright guys, the lighting in here is much better. I need to get studio lighting for my living room. It's too damn dark. So, it is what it is in that case, guys. I'm going to put my lemonade right here. We're going to start this reading. I'm going to start with Pop Art Tarot. I'm just getting this vision. I've been seeing it. I've seen it since last night. It's this man in chains. And he's going around going, what did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? And there's a lady, and it just doesn't mean that there's actually a man and a lady. It could be a man and a man. It's just the energy I see. It's like one feminine, one non-feminine energy. And the lady goes, you know damn well what you did, and the fighting goes on. And I've been seeing this. I seen it, and then the guy cries and said, why? Why did this have to happen? Why did this have to happen? And then he's on his phone, and he's looking up somebody on social media, and the other person goes and breaks his phone. This is what I seen. And then that unfortunate domestic violence yesterday happened where the cops were at the door. So, I think this was somebody under severe judgment for something else. And obviously, when shit goes down, it never goes down nicely. It always goes down not so nicely. That's the old adage, right? So, here we are, and that's the way the energy be today. So let's see what is going on. I want to say this is romantic. I always do get romantic readings, as much as I would like to have non-romantic readings. Maybe this was a meeting of some sorts between these two, because I just literally deal with sick people and dogs. So it's not my meeting. So yeah, this is probably a romantic. This is a person that chose wrong. And like I said, we're hitting the new moon soon in Leo. People are going to start realizing things, and the energy has turned around, obviously, since we had Lionsgate. So, alright, now, here is the Ace of Wands in reverse. Wow. And we have a fleeting, passionate affair or a lack of excitement in your current relationship. Feeling uninspired at work. Making risky financial choices. Potential financial setbacks. It's the Ace of Wands in reverse, pretty much here. It doesn't say it, but it's a wand. And it's one. And then we got the High Priestess. Be patient and masters of love. Deeper intimacy, learning, creative insights, guidance from a mentor. Relying on your instincts, maintaining privacy around your financial affairs. High Priestess. Someone... Yeah, be patient and manners love. Somebody's being grounded, patient, and handling their affairs. And then this popped up. All three of these cards popped up at once. Which I find, some readers say one at a time. Especially if three show up at once, it's like in a sequence. This happened in a sequence. I feel when three show up at one time, that's what happened. One after another. Then the Stars in reverse. And this talks about harsh self-criticism, loss of hope in romance, diminished confidence in love, lack of drive, low enthusiasm, pessimism about your job, despair over financial situation. can't make this shit up, and I just literally said this, what I seen. Alright, from what I can read with just these three, and I'm going to obviously draw more, is somebody, obviously they chose wrong. And then we've had the Lionsgate portal just closed, and we're getting the eclipse of Leo. So that's going to pretty much take down people's ego. That's what Leos are, very egotistical. I like this shirt, guys. Thou not try me. I like that. I figure, I don't know. I get these shirts and I just wear them. But anyways, oh, and we got the moon energy that's sticking here. The moon energy is everything's been illuminated to somebody. And I want to say the High Priestess because, I mean, they're coming up as intuitive and guarding their money. I don't know, there's a love betrayal on the table somewhere. I mean, people don't go crazy like this unless there's a love betrayal. Oh, yeah. Okay. All these popped out. Oh, yes. Okay. Alright. We got Society in reverse would be the Four of Wands in reverse. And this is tension between family, community, and your love life. Fear of making a public commitment. Financial instability, feeling burdened by the need to support family or loved ones. This person was feeling burdened. All these popped out at the same time, so this is the story, guys. I just go what the story tells me is. And then we got choice in reverse, which is Two of Wands in reverse. Unsuccessful romantic plans, facing unexpected challenges in your career, overthinking without taking action, lack of plan of financial control, unsuccessful financial planning. Unsuccessful. All that breathing is he was walking for an hour, guys. He's literally sitting in front of the air conditioner. I have one of those mini air conditioners. And he literally drank a bunch of water. He wanted to go all the way around the park and everything else, so that's what he did. So they chose wrong here because they thought that it wasn't going to go right financially. It's all financial. Then we got One of Pentacles. Okay, Pentacles. Okay, it's One of Pentacles. So the Ace of Pentacles. We got the Ace of Pentacles here in reverse. Lack of commitment, boredom in the relationship, an autonomous connection, avoidance of work, seeking success without effort, financial instability, irresponsible financial decisions. The Ace of Pentacles. That comes after the choice. Alright, and then we got abundance. A new romance, refreshing current relationship, positive relationships at work, a surge of creativity, receiving financial assistance, good news regarding finances. And this would go under the High Priestess. See, this energy's flipping. And then we got Justice. Efforts in love being acknowledged, treating your partner with fairness, integrity in the workplace, being recognized, achieving financial balance, and giving and receiving. Alright. So this would be, I'm trying to think of what to put this one under here. this would be under here. Okay, we're going to put this under here because somebody literally came across and they got justice because somebody took a passion and they pretty much cheated on somebody, because this is a fleeting passionate affair called for justice. So that goes there. Alright, then we got success in reverse. So this would go with the stars, so we're going this way. And then this is the Ace of Swords in reverse. Breakdowns in communication, conflicting viewpoints, hurtful words, difficulty expressing thoughts clearly, communication issues, lack of engagement, carefully review finances. And that's under the star. This is what happened, I think, as a repercussion of this affair. I don't think I think it's because of the way of everything happened. I mean, you gotta watch. That's why you really gotta watch who you get involved with. Because energy flips, guys, and then everyone you got the free will to leave, but the other person has a free will not to take you back. I think everybody forgets that one person has the free will not to take you back. And they do forget about it. They really, really do. They all forget that you have the free will not to take them back. Alright, now these two here. We got the Queen of Swords. Under this, Four of Wands in reverse. And then this is the Queen of Swords and it's upright. Selective in choosing partners, an independent lover, earning respect in her field, making decisions with logic and reason, gaining financial clarity. I think this was the High Priestess when there was tension between them. I believe this High Priestess kind of played that role where she had that energy as the Queen of Swords. And then we got over here with this choice in reverse where it's unsuccessful unanswered plans, we got Judgment in reverse. Blaming your partner, denial or refusal to acknowledge issues in your love life, struggling with self-doubt at work, avoiding responsibility for mistakes, repeating financial mistakes. This is what is happening with the new person. And they're blaming this person because it's happening with the new person. And that makes sense. I mean, it's not your fault if you're just not even with them anymore. I don't get that. I actually got one card for that other one. See how the universe goes sometimes. Alright, we got 10 of Cups in reverse. Damn. Under the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Interference from relatives, a brief fling, external forces impacting your relationship, a hostile work environment, tensions among colleagues, disagreements with family over finances. All of this happened because they just chose wrong. Man, it doesn't pay to choose wrong, folks. It does not. Every choice you have, if it's love or not love, think about how it's going to impact your future and things around you. I think about it. I do. Even if I was to sit there and, tell my brother one thing, and I really want to tell him this other thing, I'd go, damn, if I say that, how will that affect my life? And I just don't say it sometimes, and I just say, that's my ego talking. I think this person, their ego was talking a little bit too much. Alright, under all of this, with the Justice, we got The Nine of Wands in reverse. No, that's actually not. Sorry. It's upright. Enduring challenges in a relationship, focusing on self improvement, exhaustion from work, feeling drained and fatigued, financial strain, and economic pressure. Maybe they found a partner that wasn't gonna be like you. Maybe they found a partner that was gonna be kind of like, you know what, I didn't sign up for this. We had sex and it was great and this and that, but I'm not your wife or I'm not your husband. Take it as a resignate. Maybe this is what happened. And then this person expected this person to be like you and just sit there and be able to ask for big amounts of money and stuff like that. That's what I'm finding. That's what I'm getting. That is what I'm getting, guys. Alright, now we got, under this abundance with the High Priestess, we got foresight in reverse. Alright. Experiencing frustrations in your love life, needing to learn compromise in relationships, encountering barriers in your career, facing delays in reaching your financial goals. Maybe, this person, when they left, they were supposed to take care of something. Maybe there were some people out here that had a long-term relationship, I'm thinking. I feel that maybe some of you had long-term relationships out there, and maybe they always took care of the mortgage, or they always took care of this, and then after they left, you had to learn to maybe go to the dollar store, or just like, oh my God. They have these political commercials all the time where I'm at, and one of them is going, oh, we gotta pay, gas went up, we can't get any more bacon. Maybe you couldn't buy bacon for a while. I don't know. I'm just kind of poking fun at that commercial because I find it hilarious. With all the stuff in the world, the lady sits there and goes, well, we can't afford bacon. Like the world's falling down because you can't eat a dead pig. But yeah, maybe you had to cut costs in your life. And this person was acting like it was Christmas with the new person that they left with, which left you with hardly a lot. And then with all this breakdowns in communication, conflicting stuff, we got the Wheel of Fortune that comes into play. Thank goodness. Shifts in the relationship, adjusting to new dynamics, good fortune in your career, new opportunities arising, fluctuations in your financial situation. Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune's turning in your favor. Maybe you had to take on financial burdens because they found someone else. They didn't want you. So they chose another, and yes, they have the free will to do that, but you have the free will to not take them back. Oh, look, now he's like right in front of the fan. He's over here. I have it on the floor. Is that fan good, Chong? Chong's looking at me like, hell yeah, that fan's good. It's a little mini air conditioner. I just put it on the floor of my new place. It won't be stuffy. I'm going to be sad to go to work. I've been enjoying it now that I got it put together, and I'm going to be at work for a long time tomorrow. But at least the place is put together, guys. All I got to do is go back in my art supplies and a couple of things, and then go get a lawyer because I gotta sit there and make sure I'm not charged for black mold when I told them I had to move because of black mold, and I was getting sick for a while and my throat was hurting me. So that's why I'm at this place. But maybe this is a part of the energy too. You were trying to get things done and you had a lot of things going on, and this person kind of just said, the hell with you, I should be helping you, but I want this other person. See you later, alligator. And you were like, after a while, crocodile, and it was done. Maybe that's how it went, I feel, for some of you, because you were like, I have to get this done. Alright, and then we have this, under this Queen of Swords energy, where someone's taken on all the responsibilities, we got death in reverse. Somebody And this energy had resistance to changes in a relationship. Staying in an unfulfilled job, lack of growth, inability to adapt to financial setbacks, persisting in unhealthy financial habits. This could be you, this could be, your ex-person or your person. Take it as it resonates. Maybe this is what's all the setbacks are. They don't want to compromise with certain things. Sometimes people don't want to compromise with certain things. And when you don't want to sacrifice for certain things, sometimes things just go bad. You know what I mean? And then under this judgment in reverse thing where they're blaming others for all their problems because they made a bad choice, we got the Hierophant. Stable traditional relationships, spiritual connection and love, teamwork, guidance from a mentor, ensuring financial security, reliance on traditional financial methods. We got somebody that went ahead and, we have all this, this person, this high priestess over here was already kind of worried about the finances because whoever was in this energy got stuck with it all. Now they turn into a Hierophant. They were cutting corners, maybe not buying bacon just like that political commercial, and telling the kids, let's go do an art project instead of going to the water park all the time and little shit like that, and that'll save your ass some money. Go to the park instead of like Cedar Point all the time and things like that. Saving up. Nothing wrong with saving up, guys. The world's a crazy place. Then we got my swords. Oh, we got the King of Swords. Damn. Maintaining high standards in love, keeping emotions under control, a stern but fair mentor, being challenged to perform at your best, exercising discipline with finances. You could embody every king and queen on the deck. I feel you had to be the High Priestess, I believe like you had to be the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords and the Hierophant. I don't know, I think I'm just really kind of talking to an Empress energy, somebody that embodies all the energies on the deck. Because this person left and that's how you leveled up. When you leveled up, you became an Empress or an Emperor, however you identify yourself. And to be an Emperor or an Empress, you have to literally be a King and Queen of Swords energy. You have to embody all the pentacles. You got to embody every energy. I mean, that's just true facts. You got to be able to do hermit mode good. And you have to go through a lot of bullshit to become an Emperor or Empress. I mean, it's a dog-eat-dog world out there. But you gotta survive. You want to be homeless or not? I mean, sometimes you gotta make this choice. And then we got the Nine of Wands? Nine of Swords. Receiving support from your partner. From your partner. Finding peace of mind or facing the reality of stress becoming overwhelming. Achieving clarity about your financial situation. Alright, well, maybe it said instability, and this is in reverse, so maybe some of you guys went and found someone else. If it doesn't have to be romantic, it says partner. Maybe you found support from literally somebody to help you out. Maybe it could be a family member for some of you guys. My son has helped me. I don't have a car. My son and my brother helped me out. And I was in instability, and I'm not now because I don't have to worry. They make sure I get to work. They make sure I pay all my rent. They make sure that I'm able to pay everything. And they do a lot of shit for me. And maybe you went and found somebody. It doesn't have to be romantic. It doesn't. Alright, under this foresight, when you experience frustration in your love life, there's got, hang on, this is cups. Oh, 3 of swords. Oh, damn. Somebody's suffering now. We got 3 of swords. Suffering. Breakup, arguments, conflict, separation, deep sadness, and tears. Workplace conflicts, job loss, loss of assets, division of finances after a breakup. Maybe this person, after they made that bad choice, now they finally decided that wasn't the right choice. But I have a feeling the person I'm talking to really dealt with a whole bunch of bullshit, went through the hermit mode, went through embodied all of the kings and queens on the deck, and they just want peace. And whoever you found to help you, to make you stable again, for me, it was friends and family. For you, for other people, it could have been another lover. Maybe you're taking it slow with somebody and they're helping you, and there's nothing wrong with that. If you're using your discernment and they're a good, decent person, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. And maybe, and all of that, now they want you back. I don't know. I feel like that's the way things are. And then we have courage under this Wheel of Fortune. It fits. Fears about intimacy, a partner who easily gets bored. And this is, hang on, the Swords. Ace of Swords. Maybe the Ace of Swords. This is the Ace of Swords, guys. I have to think about it in this deck because it comes up here and it is actual tarot, but I gotta look to see where it is. Ace of Swords. That's why the target is hitting the deck. Like in, oh my god, I forgot the game. It'll come to me. Or put in the comments. Alright, we got courage. Fears about intimacy, a partner who easily gets bored, getting things done efficiently, a strong focus on career success, concentrating on financial goals. Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords. You nailed the target. You're worried about your money. You're getting your finances set. You know, you have all this external help. Maybe they're bringing you up where you should be brought up. And they're happy, you know, because maybe they're, you know, you found your tribe, your people. Or maybe your family said, you know what, F them, F that person. And just started helping you and help bring you up your vibration. Until you embodied all the energies in the damn deck. Trust me, my brother's always helping me. If I'm having a bad day, he's always there to help me. Under this Death in Reverse, where it's resistance to change, we got 2 of Cups. Alright, this person's in resisting changes, which probably is your ex for most of you. Or maybe it was you that was resistant to change at first. It doesn't matter. I mean, change is horrible sometimes to deal with, but maybe just dealing with that made it, but then eventually you embraced it. But we got 2 of Cups. Starting a new relationship, working together as a team, a supportive business partner. For some of you, it's not love. Maybe it's just a business partner. Balanced finances, financial security, feeling at ease with money. So this could be a new financial partner or business partner. So for the portion of you guys that watch me that are married, you got a girlfriend, a wife, or whatever, maybe it's a new business partner, guys. I try to get all the collective here. And then under the stable traditional the relationship, the Hierophant, and the person that is, ensuring financial security, someone that's on top of their money. So either they're on top of your money or just it could be relationship securing it. Either way. We got 8 of Wands in reverse. There's misunderstandings, delays in romance, a hectic pace leading to confusion, career stagnation, missed opportunities, feeling overwhelmed by job demands, impatience with financial growth. As you were embodied this Hierophant thing here, and you were making sure all your finances were in order, or just dealing with putting your love life back in order, either or, take it as it resonates. There was, like I said, misunderstandings and delays for whatever you were dealing with. It was just all misunderstandings and delays. And then we got the 4 of Swords in reverse. Alright, and this is under the Swords. Oh, the King of Swords. Under the King of Swords, we got the 4 of Swords in reverse. Rejection from a lover who feels pressured or reigniting passions. Feeling restored after time off. And it says rejecting offers of support, recovering from financial strain. Alright, so someone's feeling rejection from a lover who feels pressured or just reigniting passions. Alright, so from that, you're feeling that you got rejected, obviously, from a lover going in this King of Swords. Or a rejection from they don't want to get back together. So you're just kind of going you're this King of Swords and you're like, well, damn, I did all this for this person, but you understand what the truth is, but I feel you're kind of like, man, that sucks. I really was ready and I would have been okay, but I guess I can't say anything because this is what I did. And you gotta move on, and it sucks. I mean, I'm just putting the truth out there. That's all I can tell you is the truth. And then we got Abundance, which would be the King. Is it King or Queen of Pentacles? Okay, it's the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. And it could be a man or woman in the energy. It's just the name of the energy. And it's a shallow or self-centered partner, an unreliable business partner, jealousy or envy among colleagues, poor money management, hoarding or stinginess. I feel that this is for the other spectrum, for the person that left the other person. Because when one person goes up in judgment situation and the other person goes down, that's the way energy balances. So if you left somebody in such a way and they went down, the other person is going to go up temporarily, but then after a while the other person is going to get all kinds of support and you're going to go down and they're going to go up and they're going to stay up and you're going to stay down. That's usually the way karma kind of rotates. I mean, that is just the way it is, guys. That's why I am so chill and I don't really care about money. I do, but I don't. Type thing, you know what I mean? Alright, under this Three of Swords here, we got the Empress in reverse. Alright, under now that the person is going through this Three of Swords, but the other lover, they got this, the energy of the Empress in reverse. Low self-esteem, possessive or clinging partner, insecurity at the workplace, lack of career growth, financial insecurity despite stability, and then unease about financial matters. It seems like this person is having a lot of money problems since they left you. And that just signifies a clingy partner. Maybe their partner is the Empress in reverse. Maybe this is the other partner. Maybe they broke up and realized they're so damn broke they couldn't break up, so they got back together. Try it again. Try it again. And as some of the live streamers that I talk to, they talk about the clearance rack. When you do something wrong before you go to judgment or whatever, you go on the clearance rack. That's what they say. And it's, you know, maybe they got this person who is forthright and now they're paying the price. I mean, what are we going to do? And with this courage energy, you got the Chariot in reverse. And this is an obsessive pursuit of love, being overly forceful in relationship, diminished ambition, aggressively pursuing career goals, rushing into hesitating over financial decisions. Yeah, this person just wants to rush in things and wants it to work out. They don't want to put in the work. They just want to rush in and say, this is what it is, baby. Come get me. And you're like, no thank you, Satan. No thank you. I'm not trying to go down the devil's path. No thank you. I mean, that's just how I think. I'd be thinking crazy stuff like that sometimes. I love that. No thank you, Satan. That's my favorite. I forgot what I heard that on YouTube. No thank you, Satan. And I think it's so funny when people do that. Okay, this one fell. It fell in my lap. Maybe this is a nice one. Perseverance. How many pentacles is this? It's a pentacle. How many perseverance? Okay, one of pentacles? Ace of Pentacles, I guess. Ace of Pentacles, guys. Perseverance. Loyal but sometimes stubborn partner. Steady and secure relationship. Gradual progress. Dedication to hard work. Gradual financial growth. Careful management. Perseverance. I don't know. I would not even say that's an ace. I want to say that's more the Eight of Pentacles. Oh, well, I'd rather say this is the Eight of Pentacle energy. We're going to call this Eight of Pentacles, okay? Because with hard work, you're getting your stuff together, and that's more of an Eight of Pentacles energy to me. So we're going to go with Eight of Pentacles, guys. Sometimes with these cards, whatever usually I read is usually what goes on here. Alright, when I'm reading, it's just the way I see it. Okay, and then this with this over here, with this misunderstandings energy, with the Eight of Wands in reverse, we got the Ten of Wands in upright. Is it? Yeah, it's upright. We got Ten of Wands upright, overload, stress causing issues in love, overwhelmed in love, carrying work burdens alone, financial strain, large unavoidable expenses, daily struggles with money. Alright, this person that went with them, the same old adage. They wanted, if they were going to sit there and give out the D or the P, they wanted to have somebody with some money where they don't have to worry about shit. They didn't want him to worry about them. For prosperity's coming to you. And this is our last card. And this is maintaining high standards. And it's 9 of Pentacles. Ooh. Oh, yes. This is single and sexy. So this has a guy on it. You're the 9 of Pentacles now. Maintaining high standards of relationships, balancing love with independence, career success, hard work, yielding results, financial abundance, purchasing property. And right over here, I peg this at the 8 of Pentacles because you're working hard and persevering. Now this is you, male or female, driving a nice car, saying, you know what, I've been through these people that want to use me. I'm being smart now. I get it. I mean, I'm in the same boat. I mean, I'm always thinking 100 steps ahead. I'm always thinking 100 steps ahead. That's part of that 9 of Pentacles. And really, you don't get to the 10 of Pentacles until you get like this full happiness relationship. And usually somebody comes along that's like you. Because you're not going to accept things that you are of somebody. You're not going to accept someone that's not the same standards as you. Because you done been through war. You done been through war with somebody, so if you done been through war with somebody, you're not going through war with someone else. You just want to go home and have your damn peace. That's it, guys. You just want peace. You're just like one of those 70s singers. Alright, say no first. This is what the universe is saying about urban truth. I love these cards. Your peace matters more than their expectations. You don't need to over-explain. Saying no protects your energy. Yeah, the universe is saying to say no first, guys. I'm going to put this here. All in this thing, in the first part of the story, we're going to just do that. Bet on yourself. Your potential is worth the risk. Your courage builds opportunity. You are your best investment. Bet on yourself. Oh, you're getting a lot of good sayings here. Stop people pleasing. Damn. Their comfort is not your responsibility. You are not allowed to disappoint people. You are allowed to disappoint people. Maybe they told you you're not allowed to disappoint people. I'm sorry if I sounded like somebody in a narcissistic behavior here. I'm channeling a message. Alright, but you are allowed to disappoint people. Your truth deserves space. Stop people pleasing. That's probably, I'm a people pleaser too, and I gotta, sometimes, I go, damn, I'm being too nice, I gotta stop this. It says, walk away quietly. You don't need to argue your decision. Distance reveals the truth. Faster, your silence is powerful. Stay silent and do not talk to this person. See the person? She's walking. Wow. And they want you to walk quietly. These are just the universe giving you little suggestions here. We'll go through there. I like the urban truth. This deck talks some deep truths and tells you some honest things that maybe you needed to know. And you got glamour rising. You're stepping into your shine. Your confidence radiates outward. People notice your glow. Glamour rising. Maybe you're, I don't know, maybe you're just looking better, feeling better. Maybe you opened up a platform. I only say this because here, and this popped up and got covered up. Maybe someone didn't want you to upgrade your life and they wanted to cover up that you had an upgrade. When that happens and it flips up, I always think that it's because the energy that I'm projecting doesn't want people to know that you've changed so much. But we got small improvements compound fast. Your habits shape your future. You're building a better version of yourself. Maybe people just didn't want people to know that you're strong as you are. And the fact that it got kind of covered up in the pile and I had to look for it and go, damn, that came up too. Maybe that's a part of the energy. Maybe you had to really look for it. The people really had to look at it, and you said, I don't know why this person's doing this. They're tripping. You'd be like, they tripping. And maybe that was part of the energy. And then we have energy never lies. Someone's intention shows in their vibe. Your body recognizes truth. First, pay attention to the signals. Energy never lies. Alright, if they come and approach you about anything, just remember the energy never lies. And if you get a weird feeling, they have not changed. And I feel it's going to happen because when someone leaves you in a bad way and they're deceitful about it, they're not forthcoming, this is what happens, guys. And then we got, she said what? A shocking comment spreads instantly. Reactions explode. Expect emotional aftershocks. Okay, you're going to hear about some kind of news. Somebody said something crazy about you, and you're going to be, hopefully, you're being silent, and energy never lies. And they're going to be going, I thought you were over your ex. What the hell's your problem? You were with this other lady or this other man. And you were supposed to be with them, so why does it matter? Why does it matter? And then we got drama storm. Chaos hits at once. Emotions rise quickly. Stay grounded in the noise. There's a drama storm coming. If it already hasn't hit, it's coming, okay? If you stay silent and stay busy, you're not going to... I mean, that's why I make all these videos. I've been going through something like this, and I just make my videos and enjoy my peace. And it gets me by, and I don't have to deal with none of this. Then we got mixed signals. They act warm then cold. You're left guessing their intention. The inconsistency speaks louder than words. Alright, maybe these people wanted to be friends. That's what I'm getting. Somebody still wants to be friends after they betrayed you. And you put you in the Ten of Swords. Late night feelings. They think of you after dark. Emotions feel stronger at night. Clarity fades when the morning comes. Okay, so they're a coward. These people during the day act like they're in love with the other person, but at night they go, damn, I really wish I was with Collective. But they're too ashamed to say it during the day, so they're hiding you like a dirty secret. They're treating you like a dirty secret. That's what I get. Not this again. The same drama returns. You're tired because it's familiar. This time, see it clearly. The same thing. Maybe you're on the second cycle where they said this would never happen again. You got over it. You believed them, and then they turned around and did it again. And I always hear the saying, once a cheater is always a cheater, but sometimes people do redeem themselves, but you got a 50-50 chance. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they don't. It depends on how much they healed and how much time period you gave it. You know what I mean? And we got receipts ready. Evidence is lining up. Messages reveal motives. Truth is undeniable. Somebody is over here just, I don't know. It's probably the person they're with. keeping surveillance on them and get digging dirt digging. But if they're still in this like reverse King of Swords energy and they're being like lying and doing shit like that, don't even entertain any of that. Don't entertain any of that. It's not good to entertain these things. Alright, then we got heart over logic. Emotions override reason. You know the truth, but ignore it. Your heart keeps trying anyway. You got your heart over logic. You love so much. You just want to pretend what's not going on and make excuses. You love so much you're making excuses. They're not healed, Don't forgive them. Just forgive them, but don't forget what they did. You're not going to forget being hurt. You're not. Who forgets being hurt? Who forgets how you felt? You can forget the words, but you can't forget how you felt. That's why people lose feelings. And then we got passive shade. Subtle tone reveals hidden resentment. The message is between the lines. Shade speaks loudly. You know, they're being shady. They're being shady towards you. They're not being truthful, you know, and they're just saying it condescendingly. Shady and condescendence kind of go hand in hand. You know, they're just being very immature. Very immature. And you deserve better. And you don't have to settle for crumbs. Your heart knows your value. Step toward what really matches you. You deserve better. You just deserve better. That's it. That's it. You deserve better, my friend. You deserve better. You do. Why not? You deserve, it is what it is. I'm sure everyone deserves better, but in this situation right now, you're the one healing, and you don't deserve to be with someone that's unhealed. Focus mode on. Distractions are falling apart, falling away, falling apart. I don't know, maybe that's a part of your energy. Your vision becomes sharper. You're aligned with your goals. Maybe you're going through that. When you go through Ten of Swords, sometimes that energy, you're reshaping your life sometimes for a year, because you got to deal with, depending on how long your relationship was, sometimes your financial. You got to do the financial. And then that, detach with grace. You can leave without anger. You can withdraw without noise. Your peace stays intact. Yeah, detach with grace and just put yourself back together. And then once you're back together and you're independent and all that, you can use your discernment and try to find someone else, or just see who comes along. But be careful, like I said. I don't know. Sometimes YouTube terrifies me. And I say this because I watch shark videos, guys. And I'm terrified to go on a boat now because of the damn sharks. They have all these shark attacks, and my son's like, well, Mom, what if we go on a boat? You won't be afraid of those sharks? I'm like, they don't always attack everybody. But they do attack, and I don't want to be eaten by a shark. And then I see all this stuff that everybody getting STDs and this and that, and all I'm saying is, from a person that watches a lot of YouTube videos, be careful. Oh my God. Stop lying to yourself. Denial blocks your path. Truth clears the fog. This moment demands honesty. Maybe you're lying to yourself about something. Maybe you think it could be fixed. And there's nothing wrong with you thinking things can be fixed. Sometimes that's how we are. Love bomb and withdrawal. Maybe you were love bombed. Maybe this person works in like a narcissistic. Maybe he's a statistic of a narcissist. I don't know. But he kind of moves like a narcissist. Maybe he is. My son says that everybody has a little narcissism, but maybe he has a little more than the other. I don't know. But the person needs help either way. And you need to think of yourself. And I have no idea. I have no idea what to name this. Alright, I don't know, maybe survive your drama storm. Or maybe I'll just put detach with grace. Maybe that, I feel that's the main message, is detach with grace. My ancestors are saying that you just need to detach with grace. Grace and honor. Grace and honor for somebody. Grace and honor. It keeps coming. Honor is important to somebody. I'm not sure. I mean, maybe you're from a military family or something. I don't know. But let's get an outcome for you guys. Let's get an outcome of this situation with my other hybrids. I love hybrid cards. My hybrid cards are the best. We got isolation and disconnection. Okay. Alright, let's get... Alright, tell us a final... how this is going to go. What's the final conclusion, universe? Tell me a final conclusion. Alright, delays. You're going to have delays. 8 of Wands in reverse. And it was over there too. And this is frustration may be mounting as things don't unfold as quickly or smoothly as expected. Alright, you are going to have delays. I'm putting that there, okay? We're going to grab 3 for a final outcome. Universe is saying there's going to be delays in whatever you're doing. So just be patient out there. Oh, Lord. Okay, the universe wants to tell you all these, so we'll go with all this. Alright, so we got delays, collective. There's going to be delays. And then we have 4 of Swords. Restoration. Take this time to withdraw and recharge. Healing happens in stillness. They're asking you to heal in stillness. This is what the final outcome is going to be. These people are in competition with you for a 5 of Swords. When victory is achieved at the expense of others, it diminishes all involved. There's nothing you could do, collective. They're always going to be in competition of whatever. Maybe, they're keeping up with the Joneses over here. You got better cars, you got a nice garden, maybe they like your shoes. I don't know. But they're always going to be in competition with you. And then we got Queen of Wands. You're coming up as the Queen of Wands, upright. Your magnetic energy attracts admiration and opportunity. Step in your power. The universe is telling you you're Queen of Wands. Step in your power. But you're going to have delays, and these people are just going to keep being assholes. I mean, an asshole is an asshole, collective. They're going to keep doing it until they learn why they shouldn't be an asshole. And by the time they figure it out, you're going to be long gone. You're just going to be long gone. So, I don't know. I'm just going to say, I think I might just do the whole thing, you deserve better. And that's just going to be the name of it. Now, the other one's kind of cliche. I think that's the best thing on here. And this is the main message. You deserve better. And I hope my words helped you. I really do. Because when I was going through my 10 of Swords, I was watching people nonstop and I would cry and I'd feel better after listening to people talk. So I hope this video helps somebody that was in pain. And I will see you on the